Hey Capricorn, this is Natalie from Inspired Alignment. I am coming on today to do your reading for April 2019. Keep in mind that we do have the new moon in Aries coming up on Friday the 5th. And then we have a full moon, our second full moon in Libra, coming up towards the end of April. And the full moon in Libra is actually very important because we had two full moons in Libra, one at the end of March and now one at the end of April, which is rare to have two full moons in the same sign back to back. And Libra really focuses a lot on relationships. So not just our intimate relationships, but all of our relationships. So relationships with family, coworkers, friends. A lot of people, I think, are experiencing some changes or some shifts when it comes to relationships, and that can focus on different, like a different type of relationship for different people, depending on like where it is that you're needing work within your own personal life. So just keep that in mind, that there is a huge focus on relationships during this time. But I'm going to go ahead and get started with your guys' reading. So let's see what Capricorns need to know for the month of April 2019. Okay. What messages do Capricorns need to know about the rest of April 2019? Messages for Capricorn. Okay. Alright, well this card just wanted to kind of pop out, but I'm going to set it to the side. What other messages do we have for Capricorn? The Father, the Journey, Abundance, and then underneath the deck we have the Seven of Earth with the Youth card, the Counselor, and then here you are, the King of Earth. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take all of these, and then we have this Death and Rebirth. I kind of feel like the Death and Rebirth is a little bit like of an overall. I do think that like a lot of people are experiencing like endings and new beginnings in their life. There could be actual deaths, like people who are growing old, people who are like ill. Some can even be like sudden, but there's also some rebirth here. So we could also be having pregnancies, new children coming in, but I think more than just that, this is on a personal level and a collective level, focusing on a lot of things that we have been used to for a certain amount of time, ending within our life so that new things can come in, and so that we can kind of be reborn into a new way of being. Okay, so what I see for you guys for April, so there is this Father card here. So there could be a relationship with your father that is important. For those of you whose father is like still here, there could be like some support or something coming from your father, or a relationship that maybe needs to be mended with your father. If your father has passed away, then this definitely kind of signifies that he's around you during this time, kind of helping to guide and support you. I also am getting the message that for people who maybe didn't have a strong father figure in their life, that this is almost like a time of forgiveness, and kind of healing some of these like maybe childhood type of maybe wounds that you have from feeling like this person was absent within your life. Okay, so the next card we have is Journey. I think that that goes really well with the death and the rebirth, because I do feel like there is a journey that you are either beginning, like just now starting, or that you've been on for a while, but that there's been maybe a little bit of like roadblocks or confusion in the way, especially in the month of March. And actually, I mean, really, the last 6 months could have been very confusing and feeling like there's been many roadblocks. And I'm getting like this sense that during the month of April, there's going to be like little glimpses of, you know, where exactly you're supposed to be, and kind of like seeing a little bit of like that light at the end of the tunnel. But I don't feel like that's going to be happening all throughout the month of April for you. I think that you're going to be kind of getting bits and pieces of this throughout the month of April. But definitely pay attention to that. You know, one thing that stands out to me here is that one side of the card is a light, like a lighted up path here, and then the other side is like this dark path. So be aware of the decisions and choices that you're making. Make sure that they are like, you know, that you're standing in your integrity, you're standing in your truth, and that you're not making bad choices or choices that will kind of lead you down this darker path. And I'm also getting a sense of like balance here. So some of like this balance and integration of like the dark and light sides of yourself, kind of, you know, just balancing out and becoming more stable. And then here we have abundance. And I do feel like that there is like some kind of abundance that will be coming into your life. I feel like it may be more towards the end of April here. I am seeing like this rabbit, which reminds me of Easter. And this could be abundance in many different ways. This doesn't just have to be financial abundance, but it can be abundance in having support and family around you. I do pick up like this Easter type of an energy from this card. So this kind of reminds me of just having a lot of like love and support, and plenty of like food and good people around you. Like that's the kind of abundance that I'm picking up from this card. And then underneath the deck, we had the Seven of Earth, the Youth card, the Counselor, and the King of Earth. So the King of Earth can very well be you. But I am getting like that it's going to be important for you to kind of ground yourself during the month of April. So, you know, not like getting too caught up in like delusional stuff, or like far off like dreams, or like just kind of like having your head in the clouds, which normally isn't a Capricorn trait anyways. But there could be some things happening in the month of April that might kind of like take you in that direction, but it's just important to kind of keep your feet on the ground. Another good way of like grounding yourself is to like walk outside barefoot, to go like sit by a lake or an ocean or a stream or something, just to kind of spend time out in nature. And if you can, like put your hands on some things that are in nature, and that will help to ground your energy. Here again, like we have the Youth and the Counselor, so I'm getting a couple different messages from this. Some of you could be a father who has children, and there may be like some things that need to go on as far as like maybe counseling. So you guys might be attending some kind of counseling. it doesn't necessarily have to be like in an office with a therapist or something, but I'm getting like a sense of like a mediator or like somebody who is kind of helping certain situations along. This could be you as the child and you're doing this with a father, or this could be you being the father doing this with children. Or this could be even just you doing it by yourself and it has something to do with like this father type of energy within your life. I also think that for others of you who like don't have children or are not like a father, that this could be that there's like this release of like things that you need to maybe discuss or talk about with somebody that you feel you can confide in. And this is going to kind of push you into like this journey and kind of towards this abundance here. So releasing like old emotions or thoughts or situations that, you know, either happen recently or a long, long time ago that you just haven't been able to kind of resolve or get over. I do have like a big feeling of forgiveness here for some reason. So I'm feeling like some people either need to like forgive themselves or forgive a particular person within their life during the month of April, and that is going to kind of free you up and release some things that are going on within you and make space for new things to kind of come in. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify these and see if we can get any other messages for Capricorns. So what else do Capricorns need to know? What do Capricorns need to know about this Father card in particular? What is it that Capricorns need to know about this Father card? Okay, so the Nine of Cups, and it's in the reverse. So, again, I'm kind of getting like this feeling, well, this is like, the Nine of Cups is kind of, the Nine of Cups upright is like having everything that you need emotionally, like having your wishes granted on an emotional level, like some emotional fulfillment. It's like the ultimate yes card when it comes to like a wish. Because it's in the reverse, I'm picking up that there is like some kind of father figure here, either you or another person in your life. And I'm getting like that there were like some issues or some things that didn't quite work out the way that you had hoped, or it had caused like some emotional distress within your life. And so this is like having to be looked at during the month of April. So let's see what this Journey card is about for Capricorns. What is the Journey card about? Okay, the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like, again, it's kind of like this freeing up of, or like some clarity. So if you have been like waiting on something, or, I mean, this could be financial even, but it doesn't have to be. Like just feeling like you have been kind of sitting around like on like this pause in life, and you're kind of just like sitting and waiting to see like what's going to happen. I do get this energy of like some movement forward, so there's not going to be like this standstill with you guys anymore. So let's see what this Abundance card is. What is the Abundance card for Capricorns? Whoa, all right. Okay, so we have the Fool. So So this definitely I'm getting is happening here in the month of April. Again, I feel like it's more towards the end of April. But there could be like the getting the ball rolling with something here with the new moon in Aries on Friday. But I feel like you're kind of having to like throw caution to the wind in a way, like really having to trust in the universe that things are going to work out abundantly for you. But you just have to trust. And I'm getting like this major reset too, because like this is a 0 card, and because if you can see in this card, it has like all the signs of the zodiac here, and we're in April, which is that restart of the astrological calendar. So I'm getting that like you're getting a chance to like reset something in your life, and it is attached to abundance in your life. And like I said, that could be abundance on many different levels. It is kind of like whatever is most needed for you at this time. So let's get a card for this group right here. What else do Capricorns need to know? Okay, the Ace of Wands. So there is definitely some movement forward here in the month of April. There's like some passion and creativity going on. I feel like if there has been a situation that needed to be discussed or released within you, or a situation with children or parents, that there is going to be like some movement forward with this. And not to hold on to your emotions or thoughts or things that really kind of need to be released during this time, because it's going to serve you well. I am going to pull one more card on this Nine of Cups that's reversed, just to get an idea of what this Nine of Cups is about, other than just emotional dissatisfaction in a way. What else do Capricorns need to know about this Father card? Nope. Okay, so the Seven of Cups reversed. I think that I'm getting one message, and it's probably not going to be for all of you, but there could have been a situation where alcohol or drugs or something was involved when it comes to your relationship with a father figure. And that's something that's kind of being worked out here during the month of April. For others of you, I feel like there's some clarity that's being gained when it comes to this relationship or this dynamic here. And there is some realization that things maybe didn't go quite the way that you had maybe hoped for, but there's like movement forward and some resolution here with that. Definitely it is emotional, and has something to do with a relationship with the father type figure, either you being the father or this is a father within your life. Okay, so let's take a look and see what else Capricorns need to know. Okay, what other messages do you have for Capricorns for April 2019? Okay, the Ten of Ariel. This card says, there is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement. A rich and rewarding family life. And I do kind of see that here with the abundance card. That you are getting like some richness and fulfillment within your life. And you might be like really kind of starting to see this in the month of April, and like how you can really kind of gain this and achieve this kind of abundance within your life. Underneath the deck, we have the Three of Gabriel. So this card says, prosperity arising from wise planning. Take Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. And I do see that here with this journey card, that like kind of this, the waiting period is over. So it's time to kind of take that next step towards whatever goal that you have, especially financial goals, or stuff within the material world, like getting a new house, getting a new car, stuff like that. For some of you guys, I'm seeing that there may be help coming from a father figure, and that's going to kind of push you forward and help you to receive some abundance within your life. And through that situation, there may be some clearing of like old stuff. Okay, so let's see what else Capricorns need to know. What other messages do we have for the sign of Capricorn for April 2019? Messages for the sign of Capricorn. Okay, so a blessing for the right words and a blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. So here we kind of go with like this whole counselor thing. If there is like a relationship issue with like this father figure, these cards really go hand in hand. So a blessing for the right words. So having to kind of sort through this emotional type of stuff and really kind of find the right words to express what it is that you need to express in this situation. And really it is a battle that cannot be avoided. So if you're trying to avoid it, don't continue to try and avoid it, because it's something that's going to happen anyways, for one. And for two, the sooner that you kind of work through this, the faster it's going to move you forward on your path. And I don't necessarily think that it has to be like a nasty battle. I guess with the Ace of Wands here, it definitely could get heated. But I think that by finding the right words, you can kind of navigate your way through this situation, and do it in more of a calm way. So let's see what other messages we have from the Lightworkers Oracle deck. What else does Capricorn need to know for April 2019? Also, I'm hearing that some of you guys might need to get better sleep at night. So if some of you guys are not sleeping like through the whole night or getting enough hours of sleep, you might want to check into that, or try to take some time to get more rest. Okay, so here I have Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ, and then the Life Path. I'm going to actually read this from the book. So Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ says, you are elevating your vibration towards the frequency of limitless supply and unconditional love. Spiritually, you are reaching for a high level of attainment. Past pain and self-defeating behaviors shall no longer have a place in your heart. And that's like with this journey card, you know, which path are you going to choose? You know, the path that's lit or the dark path. And I feel like you guys are going to choose the right path. And even if for some reason you choose the wrong path, it's just going to take you a little bit longer to kind of come around back to the light path. Also, what else was I seeing? Oh yeah, so with this particular situation that could be taking place, like a conversation or some kind of a counseling type of a thing, that is where I think that a lot of past pain and self-defeating behavior will be released during the month of April. And then for Life Path, that card says, do you wonder about your divine life path and purpose? You have been enrolled in spiritual training. This training might be obvious in the form of a course that you are undertaking or hidden in a life lesson that is currently triggering your healing, learning, or growth. Whether it is obvious or not, successfully completing this training will empower you to fulfill your divine purpose this lifetime. Further clarity will be revealed to you. The universe promises that you shall know what you need at the perfect time and in the perfect way, that you cannot miss it. And I definitely do feel like there is some clarity on like this path forward for Capricorns within the month of April. And there may be a few bumps in the road, but I definitely feel like you are moving forward in a way that you haven't really been able to in the last 6 months. So Capricorns, I hope that this message helped you guys, and I will see you soon. Take care.